out your first and last name. So, how are you feeling right now, right after that?
It's kind of a weight finally lifted with things finally being totally done.
For sure. You were saying you guys have technically been divorced since September, but to have this kind of closing chapter on it, is this the closing chapter, I suppose, for that?
For mine and Tisha's relationship, yes, it is.
Getting to let the public know that you guys are officially split, how does that feel?
As you know, I'm a very private person, so that doesn't really affect me at all. I know there's been talk here and there, but I wasn't really worried about what the public thought about that. So
I will say that you made a almost immediate stance to say in September you guys were not connected. This is one extra level of you guys not being connected.
Right.
It does feel as if you're trying to push this as far as
yeah, just the weight is lifted. That's the best way to put it. You know, regardless of, I really feel once she left, I think right after your interview is when she left, way back in January, that was it. But, you know, we got the formality of going through things. But, yeah, just the fact that I don't have to think about this anymore, that it's done, is a huge weight lifted. So,
you know, you always like to keep Gannon at the center of any story that we are covering throughout this case. Is there anything that you want us to all be thinking about as far as Gannon goes today?
Yeah, he'll always be the center of this. And as you saw in there, there's, you know, some of the things that we had to discuss about him, you know, drew some emotions. But yeah, he's always at the forefront, right there with his sister. You know, she's got a life ahead of her as well, dealing with this. So they'll never be separated in my mind. So.
You also, this has not come at any easy financial feat. This has been a long process for you guys.
Right.
How has it strained you financially?
Every month it's, you know, not going to go into specifics, but a couple $1,000s between, you know, attorney's fees as we discussed and, you know, evidence that I'm still having to pay for a lot of different reasons. Yeah, it's a heavy financial burden.
You talk about that compounding on top of the fact that, I mean, we're dealing with a criminal case here, to put it lightly. That compounds on this. This is taking a giant chunk out of your life.
Yeah, it's a complex situation, as you know. I mean, nothing will trump the loss for me and Landon and for Lena that we feel every day with Gannon. But then to compound it, as you say, with financial issues, the emotional stress, and just the daily having to live with these things going on. As I said, some of this is the weight has been lifted after today, but you know we still got a long ways to go, and we're going to make it all the way through it. So.
She chose not to show up today. Were you surprised by that?
Without getting too detailed about her, as you've seen, she's done a lot of things that people might question and question her about. None of it surprises me at this point. So,
just to touch on that real fast, and we'll move on. The piece with the judge talking about her behavior in her previous appearances in this, does that frustrate you? I can imagine that would be irritating to say the least.
No, because I've dealt with it in the past, and I think that the public gets to see what she's all about through those actions, and I'll leave it at that.
Moving forward, what's your hope now?
Just for justice. I've said this before, I don't have a God complex where I enact justice or judgment upon people, but that process will play out. It may get drawn out further, I don't know, based on some of the stuff she's doing. But that will come when the time is right.
We've got those preliminary hearings coming up in just a month right now. Sorry. I want that to
Wait
stop.
for that.
There we go. So we've got those preliminary hearings coming up in just a month. I'm going to ask any emotions about maybe trying to start seeing this process actually get going in terms of actually seeing some of these proceedings start happening, hopefully.
Well, I think what you've seen is a test of all of our characters and all of our resolve, and we're not stopping. So that's the best way to answer that.
This might be getting too into the nitty-gritty of things, but whenever you guys were discussing the firearms, it struck me how important it was for you, if any of those have been involved, to destroy that property. If it does get back to you, or if the authorities do that, Why is that so important to you? I know we don't know yet if that was the weapon. It hasn't been disclosed, but why is that so important?
I'm just going to leave that one for now.
That's what we had for you.
Is there anything that we have not given you a chance to say?
No, I think between what was said in the courtroom by Mr. Travis, did an amazing job, and the questions today, I think that's it. And I appreciate you guys. And yeah, we're in it. We're in it till the end. We're not going to stop. So,
if there was somebody watching this who wanted to try and help you out with your situation, how would they do that?
I don't really have a set plan. I've thrown around some ideas. One possible way, I'm working with the church to see if they'll open back up that donation center. If that doesn't happen, then maybe we'll discuss like a GoFundMe or something. But yeah, any help on that end would be greatly appreciated. So
I know the community does stand behind you guys and really does, want to show their support.
yes, throughout the whole process, the past year, almost a year and a half now, a big pillar of our resolve has been from the community and you guys as well, supporting what's right and the justice that is coming. So.